What's up, guys? Welcome back to Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with Sir Defuck. Castle level is a 24 with 1,007 crowns. It's actually very high, but he does have two very high level characters, so most likely a lot of the crowns have been from attacking, but we'll take a look at what he's got in here. For a level 24 castle with that many crowns is pretty impressive. I mean, there is quite a bit that you can do with a level 24 castle. Mainly spike traps are pretty good. But we'll see what he's got. Alright. So mine's out in front. It does look like we start off with spike traps. I am trying to see what was over here, if anything. But it looks like there wasn't anything. Alright, so I should just start to try not to take much damage from this. And actually, if I pull this from here, I should be able to get it to walk over the spike traps a little bit. Like this. And I was actually able to kill off the Peat Pound more without him being defended. But I did take too much damage from the spike trap, so it kind of was a trade-off, I suppose. Alright, so one of these ways is probably correct and the other is not. I'm gonna have to assume that this is the correct one. One of them probably goes to like one mine if I had to guess, which I should probably go back and get. And actually I will, because I can drag this group along these spike traps and make them take a little extra damage. And I shouldn't really take anything from this, so. And actually alerted me to this springboard as well, so yeah, there's the mine. Last one. I won't be able to get 3 stars on this, because if I had to guess, he ran to the end of his castle and just killed everything there to get to this time. It's a pretty low timer, so that must be what happened, in my opinion. Alright. And of course I hit the springboard trap there on the way back through. But so far so good, I still have 3 potions. So far it's a good castle as well, though. I think you maybe missed an opportunity for a unit on the first little opening, but then again, I do know that you can like kite it out to the entrance of your castle. The first opening being, you know, the first room of your springboard trap. I was looking for a creature there and there wasn't one. But I'm guessing it's because you can kite it so easily to the front of your castle, which I had that same problem as well when I had my castle. Alright, let me use another potion here to make sure I don't die. I was kind of lucky that I landed right on the part of the spring trap, or spike trap, that was not active. So this is a problem that I had with this room as well, where if you get one space in between the Peat Poundmore and the spike trap, sometimes he just won't come and attack me. He'll just kind of stand there. Oh, I actually aggroed the boss. So let me go into the boss room. And I'll fight here. It's a little bit easier for me. I'll use one more potion just so I don't die. Be sure of it. And there we go, that's the end of the castle. It's still pretty good for a level 28 versus a 24 castle. I had used 3 potions. It was a little bit sloppier than I could have played through it. You know, I could have taken a little less damage from the spike traps, but either way, it's a pretty good castle. High sustained damage. Should work pretty well for you. We'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, for number 2 we have Raskull. Castle level is a 25. So let's jump into it on my archer. Looks like he also validated on an archer. So let's take a look.
You're going to be far poorer 3 minutes from now.
That is a weird looking symbol on the floor. What is that? I wonder what room this is. It's kind of weird. Alright.
That's
We got all the mines. Alright, looks like we're starting off with some spike traps. The thing that I don't like about Pete Poundmore on the over-the-head smash ability now is even in these tight areas, you notice where he was like charging up for an attack. If he was on the 3-punch combo right there, he would have hit me with all 3 punches. But since he has to charge up on this one, it kind of takes him a little bit longer. And you can get out of a couple shots where you necessarily shouldn't be able to. Same thing with Jimbo. I mean, Jimbo is still, like, if he manages to hit you, I mean, it's just a lot more damage than the Pete Poundmore does. But it is easier to dodge him than, say, like a Pete Poundmore on charge or a Pete Poundmore on the 3-punch combo. So I prefer those. Alright, I'll use 1 potion here. So far the only thing that's really a big deal is I think the Pete Poundmore. If you change that to like one of the other 2 specializations, I think it would work better for you. The Jimbo's not a big deal. Like the Jimbo, it's kind of like a risk reward type thing. Like I have one in my castle, similarly used. I do have a puppeteer that makes him attack a little bit quicker, which does help him land a few more hits. But Jimbo's a little bit better because he'll actually turn. If the person like goes to like a different angle, he'll still turn and actually get the hit. But Pete Poundmore won't when he's charging up his swing. So I think Pete Poundmore's fine. Alright, we have Zeke. Dodge that. Jump over here. And it looks like the boss room.
Just try to stop me. Say goodnight, mister.
I've actually never fought Flameo, I think.
Good motion.
I have no idea what he does. This is the first time I've seen him. And so far he just hasn't hit me. Okay, he charges apparently. Wow, that actually hurts quite a bit. Alright, he's pretty cool. I kind of like this, because it actually, if you have a row of ballista traps, this is almost better than the spike traps by themselves. Because if you have this row of ballista traps, it does limit the amount of area that you can fight in. Usually it's from this wall across to this wall, because if there's like 1 ballista trap here and 1 ballista trap here, it doesn't really matter. You can go up here and take 1 ballista trap shot. But if you're standing up here, like it limits the area in which you can fight pretty significantly. Like you pretty much have from like the top of this crystal over, which is not nearly as much room as you normally have to fight in the back of the boss room. So that's kind of cool. It's a pretty big point investment though to do that, and I think only having like a boss in your boss room, I'm not sure if he's gonna get enough kills by himself to like justify having that many traps towards the end there. You could remove a few of them probably and still have the same effect though, so not too bad. We'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, and lastly we have Raman, cast levels of 21. Validated it with an archer as well, so let's take a look at what he's got. 21 means you have a lot less available to you that can actually kill. Although, I mean, you can kill, like, probably after, like, level 12, it starts to get slightly easier. You can, you know, use Dr. Skulls and stuff, but the main kill zones come around at level 22 starting, and then you can go up to 24, and pretty much every level after that gets a significant upgrade that can help out. So it looks like a fire mine trap, but there's only 2 springboards here. So if I get up to the edge of this jelly wall, I can just jump over it. And since there's so many traps in the beginning of this, actually, is this the boss room? I can't actually tell because there's so many traps here. This is kind of cool, to be honest. There's a lot of traps here, and they're working reasonably well. I'm going to take a closer look at this after I kill everything. I was gonna say that since there's so many traps in the beginning of the castle that I was just gonna run to the end of the boss room like I am here, but this was indeed the boss room, so it's pretty much everything that he has is literally in the boss room, but it's mostly based around traps rather than creatures. It's a pretty interesting boss room that he has. I guess running down the middle is the best and most effective way of dealing with this. I was actually able to skip that little bit of those few creatures over there if I would have tried. So I think the easiest way to get to the end of the boss room would have been to go just straight down the middle, because I could have just literally ran down there and not taken any damage. But if you go through any of the jelly walls, you're gonna end up taking a little bit of damage from the ballistas, and then if you get silenced in the jelly walls, you know, you won't be able to get out with roll or anything like that. So it's kind of the same end goal as when people use spike traps, but I think this might use a few more defense points to have the same effect kind of happen. Although, you know, he's not level 24 yet, so he can't really use spike traps to do the same thing, because there would only be 2 active panels. So I guess this works for the same general purposes. But I think the majority of kills, if any, would be from like the fire mines. Although, you can make it a lot better if you add in 2 extra springboard traps, because that's just the only way that it's ever going to work. Like, if someone notices that you have 2 springboard traps, they're just going to walk to the end of jelly wells like I did, and just jump over them, because they're not long enough to fulfill their purpose. But that was number 3, so we're going to end the video here. As always, if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of Viewercasts, you have to add me to your friends list. Frenzy1, you can see it somewhere, probably not right here. You'd have to see it when I'm on my castle screen. And then email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. Level 20 and above castles only for right now. Just email me your usernames and I'll try to get to them whenever I have time, but I'm severely backed up. I'm starting to get almost done with this list that I have right now. I have not updated the list in over like 2 weeks probably now, so if you've emailed me, that's just, I haven't updated it because I'm switching it out from like level 16 and above castles to level 20 and above castles, so I just want to finish off this list, and then when I add it again, if I run into any castles that are under level 20, I'll just kind of remove them from the list from there and be able to hopefully catch up, but you know, I can only do 3 a day, so I just keep trying to do that. I mean, I can do 5 castles if I take a prolonged break, and then it takes like a day and a half to recharge all of the targeted attacks, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.